If you're intelligent, earning well, and still feel financially tense, the problem isn't information, it's biology. You already understand compounding, but your brain wasn't built for 40-year time horizons. It was built for immediate survival. We're trying to run long-duration financial strategy on short-term evolutionary hardware. Today, I'll show you the hidden cognitive taxes quietly draining your future before you even see the leak. Most people try to out-earn their mistakes. They assume the next raise fixes the anxiety. But income doesn't fix a leaking system, it just increases throughput. You can earn $200,000 a year and remain financially fragile, one income disruption away from stress. Or earn $70,000 and be structurally stable. The difference isn't hustle, it's architecture. By the end of this video, you won't have tips, you'll have a design principle. But first, you need to understand the 3 cognitive layers quietly interfering with your compounding. Behavioral finance research, particularly Kahneman and Tversky's work on loss aversion, shows we feel losses roughly twice as intensely as equivalent gains. That bias made sense in evolutionary environments. In volatile markets, it causes something predictable. We sell to stop the pain. We buy to chase relief. Your brain is optimized for short-term risk avoidance. Markets reward long-term capital allocation. That mismatch creates friction, and willpower isn't a reliable solution. It's a depleting resource. If your financial plan depends on staying strong, it's structurally fragile. The first tax is cognitive scarcity. Think of your brain like a system with limited processing capacity. Every financial stressor, debt, volatility, uncertainty, consumes bandwidth. A well-known Princeton study found that financial strain can temporarily reduce cognitive performance equivalent to losing a full night of sleep, roughly a 10 to 13-point swing in functional IQ. Scarcity doesn't reduce intelligence, it reduces available bandwidth. And when bandwidth shrinks, thinking narrows. You focus on the immediate fire, not the structural forest. Scarcity doesn't just make you poorer, it makes you reactive, and reactivity compounds in the wrong direction. The second tax becomes more dangerous as income rises. Present bias doesn't disappear with higher earnings. It scales. At lower income, it looks like impulse purchases. At higher income, it looks like lifestyle calibration. The upgraded apartment, the financed SUV, the mortgage justified as an investment. Lifestyle inflation often presents itself as alignment with professional identity. But mathematically, many of these decisions convert future optionality into present signaling. An 84-month car loan isn't inherently irrational, but it is a liquidity trade. You're exchanging future capital flexibility for present social proof. High earners rarely struggle with income. They struggle with silent equity leakage. The third and most expensive tax is identity attachment. This is where logic loses. You don't hold a losing investment because the math supports it. You hold it because exiting forces identity friction. If I sell, I admit I was wrong. That discomfort activates loss aversion at the ego level. The same mechanism drives the sunk cost fallacy and the ostrich effect, avoiding statements to avoid psychological pain. Your brain protects identity before it protects capital. Until self-worth is decoupled from portfolio performance, volatility will feel personal. And when volatility feels personal, decision quality degrades. This is the real leverage point. So, how do we design around this? We stop relying on willpower. Automate before you see the money. Invest as soon as your salary hits your account. If you never have to decide to invest, you won't be tempted to spend it. Control lifestyle growth. Every time you get a raise, automatically send 30 to 50% of it to investments. Let your income grow faster than your lifestyle. Think in total future value. A $1,000 monthly payment invested at 7 to 8% for 30 years could grow to around $1.2 million. Don't look at what something costs per month. Look at what it costs your future. Set rules when you're calm. Decide in advance how you'll invest, rebalance, or exit. Make these decisions before markets get emotional. You don't beat bias with motivation. You build systems that make bias irrelevant. When wealth is built on structure instead of emotion, volatility becomes information, not threat. You move from performative wealth to quiet optionality, from reactive decisions to architectural control. If you want deeper breakdowns on incentives, psychology, and structural wealth building, subscribe. We don't do hype, we build systems that compound. I'll see you in the next one.